Next, KSL News Time 102.
A reminder about the simplest way to get updated for your day.
Hit your KSL preset when you jump in the car, and we'll take care of the rest.
Hear key news updates and traffic reports.
Andy and Amanda from 5 to 9 in your car.
KSL News Radio at 102.7 FM.
Super deals on all sewing machines and sergers at Dave's Bernina in St. George and Provo.
Up to $500 off new Bernina machines from $3,000 to $6,000. Save up to $800 on a $7,000 to $9,000 purchase. And get a big discount of $1,500 on a new Bernina, $15,000 retail price and over.
Save big on the Bernina 475 and 335 machines.
Take advantage of low prices on the 770 Pro and 570 models.
See the world-famous Bernina 990 model.
That's on sale, too.
Come in now for bargains on trade-ins and demo machines.
Yes, Dave's Bernina has a limited supply of new machines, out-of-the-box special event machines that are available at incredible savings.
Don't miss this sale.
36 months, no interest financing on certain machines.
Dave's Bernina, 691 East St. George Boulevard and 2017 North 550 West in Provo. Dave's Bernina.
This summer, celebrate America 250 somewhere truly unforgettable. Bryce Canyon. Stay at Ruby's Inn, the closest lodging to the park, where you'll enjoy comfortable rooms, free hot breakfast, an indoor pool, and easy access to hiking, horseback riding, and gorgeous views. And mark your calendar for July 10th, when the Utah Symphony performs a free concert on the rim of Bryce Canyon, honoring 250 years of America in one of the most spectacular settings on Earth. Make it a summer to remember at Ruby's Inn, where you'll get more Bryce for your buck. Plus, enter to win the ultimate getaway. 2 nights at Ruby's Inn and a $500 gift card for dining and activities. Celebrate America. Experience Bryce Canyon. Plan your trip now at ruby'sinn.com. That's ruby'sinn.com.
Is your financial advisor managing your risk or just a spreadsheet? Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. Many financial advisors rely on target date funds, which are one-size-fits-all portfolios that don't know your name, your family, or your goals. And that passive management can leave you dangerously exposed. At Trajan, we look at the whole picture, not just the stocks everyone else buys, but the private market opportunities most advisors ignore. And as fiduciaries, we build a strategy around you, coordinating your investments, tax strategy, and estate into one cohesive plan. Your financial life deserves more than just a generic portfolio. Real planning isn't a stack of statements. It's the confidence of knowing where your income will come from for the next 30 years. Good enough isn't good enough for your family. It's time for a change. Schedule your complimentary consultation today. Call 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Private equity investments require accreditation. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at trajanwealth.com.
Traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. Here's Ricky Meese.
Delays have cleared out on northbound I-15 in Box Elder County as this crash is now moved out of traffic in Brigham City by the Highway 89-91 junction. It's on the shoulder. And we still have the crash being cleared in Midvale. It's on the ramp from the south belt of I-215 to go southbound on I-15. Weathers Construction transforms basements into stunning functional living space. Fast. 801-548-8409. Weathers Construction. Build your space better. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL weather, look for mostly clear skies and highs in the low 90s both today and tomorrow. We're expected to dip back down into the upper 80s on Thursday. By Friday, though, we could be topping out at 96 for the week. Then by Saturday, in the low 90s again with a chance of thunderstorms. Right now, it is 84 degrees and partly cloudy skies in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We are Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Is this what they mean by getting the band back together again?
And Alex Keary.
Yeah, except this one is a reunion tour nobody asked for.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Miller here with Alex Keary. And boy, we sure do appreciate you tuning in today. And we'd like to welcome you to the second day of Father's Day week. So, as you know, here on KSL Brightside, we're celebrating Father's Day all week. And so we appreciate you joining us for that. But Alex, first.
Yeah, by the way, you can always send your dad shout-outs to 57500. We did it a couple yesterday.
We did,
and so if you want to just tell your dad, be like, hey, tune into KSL News Radio, you're going to get a special Father's Day shout-out. And guess what? And they'll go, it's not Father's Day. And you go, yeah, but it's Father's Day week.
I want to
honor you, Dad.
I'm honestly a little afraid of what you've put us on the hook for. But we'll see.
I'm not saying we're going to get through all of them. We'll try.
All right. That's fine with me.
You know we don't do birthday shout-outs. We don't carve out time for birthday shout-outs, but we'll do it for dads.
Before we have the fun, though, we got to do the business.
Oh, that's right.
So let's do the three things.
Well, let me make sure, because I just clicked out of it. Here we go.
Your top trending stories happening right now. KSL Brightside's The Three Things.
Okay, last Tuesday, the Draper City Council approved a master plan amendment for the Veranda West project, which was part of that redevelopment there, in that area off of Point of the Mountain.
Is it technically it's not exactly where, it's just around. It's like
in that area.
Old prison adjacent, right?
Yeah.
Know what we're talking about?
So the development, which sits in the city's transit station district zone, just west of I-15 off of Bangor Highway. It calls for 418 residential units, which include more than 100 townhomes that have already been built, nearly 300 apartments, a retail village with restaurants, and, here it is, an 8.8-acre surf park.
That's the big one.
That's right. They're doing an enormous pool that will be able to generate waves that can be surfed, and it will be so it's not like a traditional wave pool, right?
Yeah.
Like you might have seen Raging Waters.
This must have been, but
this is for surfing.
We've seen ski communities, right? And so it's kind of in that same vein of like, hey, the center of this community is this water feature, basically, right?
Yeah.
So that's and with this one, so the thing that I actually noticed about this story too was that they are like, hey, we're going to be a center for training for surfing, and I was like, is that a thing? We have need for Team USA surfing. I know that, by the way, surfing is an Olympic event.
Yeah. I was not aware that we could become a training area for professional surfers.
I think that if you're a developer, like it's a good little piece to put in there. You're like, by the way, we're the center for all the professional, surf training.
One of the developers told city council members on Tuesday that, quote, this is a world-class facility. Other Olympic national teams use wave pools just like this.
Yeah.
And he said that the park will also serve as a national training center for men's and women's Olympic surf teams. Did anyone follow up with this? Did anyone ask if that's a real thing, or are they just saying, or are they just
a marketing event,
cleverly saying that we're hoping to? Because there are ways of implying without saying that, and I wonder if this is something they're going for, or do they have an agreement with the surf?
Yeah,
teams?
It's like others.
I feel like that would be, because it says here in the story. It says here in the story that it will serve as a national training center, and I just wonder if that's literally the case.
That's definitive. I mean, if it says it will, then you can't say, well, you said it may. You say it might, because even the most aggressive of developers is not going to say will when I don't think it's good. Maybe it falls through, but whatever, it's fine. My thing is that obviously everybody right now is worried about water, right? And the big thing that they brought up was, hey, the communities that are developed around this they're going to be using way more water than, like, if you're worried about the surf park being, is that what we're calling it, a surf park?
Surf
facility.
Surf facility.
Well, if that's the case, if what they're saying is that the water that's being used by homes and that's, people look at that and they go, well, the surf place is going to be huge. It's going to be out of control water.
Isn't that
not
so
necessarily
funny?
the case.
Isn't that so funny? Everyone's passing the water buck along the line. Well, yeah. But, the lawns, though, use a ton of water. Well, yeah, the lawns use a lot of water.
They do.
But the farmers use a ton of water. Everyone's just passing it along,
No,
but do you know how much water evaporates?
I think the amount of water, the hot water talk that we get in this time of year, and thanks drought, I almost just want more water to hit the ground and hit the mountains. Less about the water supply and more about just not hearing it from people, like using it as a political football. That's what I'm like. Hey, just be a big winter, so I don't have to hear Ethan drone on about water rights. Come on, man.
I never talk about that. What are you talking about?
But you see what but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
The amount of fighting.
You want me to shut up?
No, the amount of fighting that people have. They're like, here it comes from the mountains all the way down to the Great Salt Lake, and then along the way, people are just kicking the heck out of each other for those few drops that are getting finally back down to the Salt Lake.
Precious drops.
Right, and you know what? Like, I would just love for there to just a couple more years of like not having to hear about it for a minute, and then we get even in the years that we do have, because 2 years ago we had like the biggest, or 3 years ago we had the biggest, winter fall up the mountains that we've had in decades, and then this year it's the worst it's ever been on record. And both years we have to hear about it. Yeah, but it was a good winter, but it's not good enough.
Yeah.
And then this year it's the worst we've ever seen. You know what that means? You didn't do your job, Utah, during the winter. What did you do wrong to make it to where these rains didn't fall?
Utahns, you and your showers.
I know.
You just can't stop taking showers, can you?
So I'm selling a snowblower on KSL.com right now.
You're finally selling it.
It's not a good time to do it.
No.
And so we put it up, and actually, like I don't sell things on KSL.com like ever, really. And I'm so bad at it. Like, I'm just like, people are like, you take this? I'm like, I guess, whatever. Just come pick it up. I don't want it. And the snowblower was funny because a guy was walking by. He's like, you selling that? I was like, oh yeah, I sold it. He goes, how about you just give it to me? And I was like, is this a stick up? Like, that's what it sounded like. He goes, you don't want to fix it? And I go, no, it runs.
Yeah.
It's just snow falling, dude. Like, I haven't used it for the last, like, 3 years.
I know this because I'm friends with some old friends of ours own Jordan Garden Center.
Yeah.
Down
I
there in
have
Midvale.
fixed it there.
And they'll tell you that when the time they sell snowblowers is the day after the first big snowstorm.
I know.
The day after the first big snowstorm.
I know, but that doesn't help me. I need to get my shed cleared out. Like,
that's $50 for it.
You won't want it. I'm telling you.
Is it a 2-stage?
Oh yeah. It's got the tread on it. Are we going to do the tires? We still haven't sold anything on KSL.com or bought anything on KSL.com during our show yet, and I want to be able to do it. I told you we want to be able to buy. We want to be able to make the first car deal from Classifieds on this very show, on the air, over the show. I didn't hear anything else from that guy who said he wanted to sell the Toyota Tacoma. That was like
he
vintage.
Obviously didn't want to sell. People
I know,
like selling their Tacomas unless they have to.
I know, but he said, make me an offer, and I was like, give me some pictures and some service records, and also, when people take pictures and they're like, give me a picture with the license plate covered up, and maybe we'll talk.
I never understood.
I don't know either. I don't know why they do it either.
What am I going to do with the license plate?
Somebody text in what would people do with why do they cover up their license plate when they're selling a car? Please tell me.
So the second thing, gosh, I'm doing terribly on these three things today. It's almost time to wrap up.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
The Big 12 Texas Tech crisis is over.
Yeah.
Brandon Sorsby has decided he's going to instead try for the supplemental draft and go straight into the NFL instead of playing in the Big 12 for Texas Tech. And I think that is probably best for everybody.
Yeah, and I want to see how much money he ended up getting paid. I bet they paid him a little bit of money, probably to make the. I bet Texas. If my guess would be, and this is not necessarily what happened, but my guess would be is that Texas Tech, who was ready to fight this, by the way, in the public, they were saying, we're fighting everybody on this. Legally, we're fighting everybody on this. We're fighting the Big 12. The Big 12 fired up litigation, their own conference. You know what I mean? And I think in the end, the real problem that it ended up being is that, like, it was wearing on this kid. I say this adult who was making millions of dollars.
Young man.
And I think that eventually the university was going to take a massive, massive marketing hit. A massive problem for them, the way that they were acting, and I think that they probably made this go away by him saying, "I'm going to the supplemental draft." He's avoiding it. Now the saga is over. But let me tell you what's not over. Everyone is going to hate Texas Tech forever now. Still,
you think so?
For a long, long time.
I'll tell you what. I think Texas Tech was. I honestly felt bad for Texas Tech as a team. I think they got cut in they didn't. In a kind of a bad spot.
They could have just said, "Yeah, we're going to hold up the game, and we're gonna find a different quarterback."
There's one element though that I think it was the judge's ruling that put them in this bad spot, because once he had a legal decision that said that he had a mental health problem that was a disability that they couldn't act against. I think that closed a lot of options off.
It was hard for a lot of people to
Big
take
12.
it seriously.
And I know a lot of people rolled their eyes. I get it. I'm just saying that from the school's perspective, I think that closed a lot of doors to what they could realistically do.
Well, it was for all the things that Texas Tech has done well to grow its program. This was a 2 steps back situation. All right, Millard, what's the final one here?
The final one. This one is really sad, but it's something that we've been talking about honestly a few times a week, and that is there's another boy taken to the hospital in critical condition this weekend after riding an electric motorcycle colliding with an SUV. We don't have a ton of information. The driver of the SUV stopped to call 911 for help. The boy was in stable but critical condition, and we really, really hope that he comes out okay. I think he went up to Primary Children's Hospital, but it was
that's a bad deal.
I mean, it's these electric motorcycles and these kids, man.
Anytime my kids go, I'm bored, we should get an electric bike. I point to electric bike is one thing. The electric motorcycle are the ones that I go, you know what? You don't need that much power.
Alex, so when we come back, I know we got to take a break here,
yes,
but we actually had one of our listeners, go to AI and ask why people cover up their license plates. And so I want to read you that response.
We've got that, plus on top of it, I didn't know this, but a America 250 time capsule's been buried in Philadelphia, and it's going to be dug up for the 500th anniversary of the U.S. And apparently there's some Utah items that are in there. What are some things that we should have put in the time capsule? Give us a text, 57500, to really commemorate what it is to live in 2026 for the good folks of 20. What is it? What would be?
Oh, geez. 25, 20.
2276. 2276 is what it would be. Boom. I got it. Right? Yes, that's 500. No. Yeah, that's 500.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't question me on it, because then I'll start thinking about it too much. All right. We'll take a break. We've got more to go around the corner. Stay here. It is KSL Brightside.
Can we talk about something difficult to discuss? Are you going through a difficult financial time? You have equity in your home, but nobody can help? American Home Loans has created the Bridge Loan Program to use your equity regardless of your credit at this time. The Bridge Loan can be used to pay debts, collections, IRS liens, divorce settlements, or home improvements. Call at 801-262-2221. That's 262-2221. This loan creates a bridge between now and a much brighter future. After COVID, one of their clients had over $85,000 in credit cards. Their scores were too low to borrow on their home. American Home Loans was able to save them $2,000 a month. And after 8 months, they qualified for a conventional loan and lowered their payments. The consultation is free and confidential. Please call them and see what they can do for you. The number is 801-262-2221. It's 262-2221, or go to AmericanHomeLoans.com. AmericanHomeLoans.com. NMLS 245422, Equal Housing Lender.
It's back, and you will be too. June 18th through the 20th at the Cache County Fairgrounds, it's the Summerfest Arts Fair, celebrating its 42nd anniversary, featuring local and regional artists and musicians. You're going to love this, like you loved it before. Art, painting, ceramics, music, food. Summerfest Arts Fair is loaded with all the things you and the family love the most. Then get set for an amazing lineup of musicians, featuring headliners The Last Wild Buffalo, Harper's, and the Abscometrists. Enjoy other regional musicians like Fry Pan Band, the Lonely Hearts Club Band, and Puddin'. This is where local, regional, and national artists come together to celebrate the arts. Discover 172 artist booths, 38 performing groups, and 30 food vendors, along with a plein air art competition. Get full details at logansummerfest.org. logansummerfest.org. Summerfest Arts Fair, June 18th through the 20th at the Cache County Fairgrounds. The Summerfest Arts Fair.
This Friday from 10 to 1, the movie show comes to Sound Sleep. But first, take time to learn about a better night's rest. Sound Sleep delivers oral appliance therapy that treats sleep apnea without the use of CPAP machines. They're professionally fit, warranted, and covered by most major medical insurance. End the days of a poor night's sleep. With offices from Clearfield to St. George, Sound Sleep will help. Call Sound Sleep at 801-716-8672 today.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run, because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Pump up the volume. Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Got an expensive AC replacement or repair quote? Get a free second opinion with Vyrock Heating and Cooling. Call or text 801-306-8360 or visit VyrockAir.com. VAIRockair.com.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. The news just keeps getting weirder on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. This is KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Miller here with Alex Geary. We were speculating as to why people cover up their license plates when they post photos of the car for sale, and we had a listener, Jessica, who entered that into ChatGPT.
Or OpenAI.
And then send us the text.
Whatever it was that she used.
People cover or blur their license plates in car photos for a few reasons. Number one, privacy.
Whatever.
A license plate can be used to help identify a vehicle, some track down the information about the owner.
And then what?
They do it to avoid cloning or fake plates because you could, make a fake plate with those numbers.
You could do that with all the ones that are driving on the road at any point.
Reduce unwanted tracking. If someone knows where the photo was taken or recognizes the car, the plate can make it easier to connect the vehicle to a specific person.
Metadata.
And then there's this final paragraph, which I think is correct. AI says this. That said, many people don't bother covering the plate because it's already visible to anyone who sees the car in public. In most places, a license plate isn't considered highly confidential information.
And
even
that was my thought. And I'm also selling it. I'm going to tell you where I live, by the way, when we make this deal. So
even if I wanted to try and track someone with their license plate, I don't think I would be able to.
No,
I don't know where I would start.
There are people who can. I just assume that at some point, if you saw my license plate, you could track it. And if that's the case,
how would I do that?
I don't know. I'm just saying somebody with some ability. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Someone smart.
Not
you. I mean someone smart.
Not you. I mean just a person. And
that's something the police do.
I kind of just don't care. I always love to see those because I thought the same thing. Is like, do they think someone's going to come find their car that they've actually listed to sell? And then what, they're going to steal it? Because they're like, I saw you listed this. I'm stealing it. I don't know.
Yeah.
If I saw your Honda Accord, on KSL with the finger covering up the plate and I go, gosh, I was going to steal that.
I recognize that thumb.
I was going to steal that. I don't know what the problem is. All right. Millard.
Yeah.
We're up. Did you ever? Okay. Before you tell this story, my wife's family did a 20-year or 25, I think it was 20 years. They opened up a family time capsule this year.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, it's always, I hate time capsules because you're never going to be there to open it, it seems like, right? That's the way this works. We've put a time capsule in. And I know that there's like the return. I've been a part of a lot of time capsules, but none of them is the opening part.
Yeah.
And they opened the one over here at Temple Square that they found in the foundation, I think, here, and it was pretty cool, and they rolled out all the things. That's fun to be able to watch.
None of these are cool. And I'll tell you what.
What are you talking about?
Everyone makes the same mistake. Everyone makes the same mistake, and that ruins every time capsule. Where did you guys put your time capsule?
My wife's family put it in it's actually really cool. They have a statue of a buffalo in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
And the buffalo came off of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised because they get a lot of snow up there where they live, and it's covered up half of the years. And it actually did really well. It was quite well preserved after 2025.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, so you opened it.
We opened it this year.
Oh, you opened it this year.
Yes,
because
yes.
this is the biggest problem with time capsules. Okay, if you were going to do a time capsule, it needs to be stored someplace secure above ground. If it goes in the ground, it is toast.
Yeah, it is. It was above ground.
No one can keep water out of these time capsules.
No, and I get it. And this one had, I think, some, but it wasn't notable enough that we were like, oh, crap, it ruined everything. But there was, and everybody was looking forward to it. Okay, so I heard tale about this time capsule because we've been married about 20
What was in
years.
it?
Things that the kids had written, like, hey, what I want to do, what I want to be, and all that stuff.
Was it so embarrassing?
The kids are reading stuff, and they're going, gosh, I guess I didn't do that. Like, there's a lot, I know, there's a lot of that.
Oh, no.
But there was also stuff, too, where you go, hey, man, proud of you. Ended up, it was like, I might have a wife, and it was like, no, you're married, you have 4 kids. Great, good for you, good job. or I want to get into this, and they're like, I'm actually doing something else that's better than that. Whatever. But in the end, though, the kids were looking forward to this one thing they knew that they'd put in there. You know what it was? It was a brick phone. It was the brick cell phone.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And everyone was like so excited. They opened the time capsule. It's not in there. And I think that their mom had told them, my mother-in-law had told them, they're like, oh, yeah. She's like, I was thinking about it. And then I ended up just taking it out like before we put it in. Everybody's like looking forward to seeing the brick phone. She's like, oh, yeah, I wasn't going to put one of those in
She should
there.
have kept her mouth shut. It would have been the family mystery.
I think for years the kids were wondering, like, that was the thing that people had in their head was in there. It wasn't even in there. Okay, so
we got a text here.
Yeah.
Ben wants to know, is Doug your family's time capsule?
Oh, you know what? He's buried underground. He's definitely not going to survive it. If he is there still in 20 years, our kids would still try to hug him.
Well, I think that's cool. And, you know, America's doing a time capsule. It's called America's Time Capsule. People from all over the country, well, I should say states, are contributing items to put in. And we have a list of the things that the state of Utah contributed.
Okay, I'm reading the list of the things that we contributed in the state of Utah. And I'm wondering if we thought that the time capsule was supposed to be buried 200 years ago. Because none of these things, I think, except for maybe one or two of them, represent like Utah right now.
You know what is going in, though? You know what they've made sure that is included?
What?
The names of all the important people right now in the state. So there are a lot of individual names that are going to honor a lot of individual people. But I agree with you.
Read the stuff that we put in there, because I don't think
little
it's very
about
good.
Utah.
I think we missed something here, Utah. We could have given them some. If you would have thought, if I told my kids half of these things, they'd be like, I don't even know where that is.
So we have signatures, names and signatures from Utah's congressional delegation,
Right.
the Utah legislature,
Right.
and Utah Supreme Court.
A set of 9 coins.
The signatures from the dozen most prominent religious leaders in the state.
Okay.
Printed symbols of Utah's 8 sovereign tribal nations.
Those are fine.
All this is paper too.
Those are
which I'm back to my original point, and that is
I bet they're going to put it on a thumb drive. I bet they'll put it on a thumb drive. Fine.
No. These are papers.
Okay.
These are papers. They're not. It's not a thumb drive.
It's a 900-pound thing. I think we'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It's not going to be fine.
Our American scientists invented all the things, Ethan.
No, they're going to dig
be
up
able to
this
do
time capsule in 250 years, and they're going to go, well, these signatures from
They're
Utah
all
didn't
wet.
survive.
No, those aren't the things I have a problem with. There's a set of 9 coins that they made that have all of the governor on them, the lieutenant governor's on one, the attorney general Derek Brown's on one. Fine, whatever. Put all those on there. Fine. The things we put in there. The Red Warrior Mining Company 1,000 share certificate. Again, what year are we living in here? The Lagoon Corporation amusement park ticket.
Well, that's cool.
That makes sense because it's at least a thing here that is still going.
Yeah, I went to Lagoon in my lifetime.
Liberty Park ticket.
A Liberty Park
I
ticket?
don't know
What's
what
a
that
Liberty
means.
Park
I
ticket?
don't know what that means. Did you used to have to pay to go to Liberty Park? When it was like a zoo? Did it used to be a zoo before it was Tracy Airbury?
So it's like a historical
I don't
thing?
know. The Saltaire Funhouse ticket.
It's a...
Liberty
they
Park
have
has kiddie rides?
that you have to pay for. Oh.
Is that a real... I don't remember seeing these. Do you?
No, but I guess it's a thing.
Becky's weighing in on this, and I've been there, and I don't remember seeing kiddie... Are we talking about the same Liberty Park?
Let's look it up. We have to take a news break.
Okay,
here.
but hold on. Before we get through it, a Saltaire Funhouse ticket makes no sense because... When was the last time you went out to Saltaire or even had to try to explain to somebody? And a Black Rock Beach tourist auto pass. Why are we giving out things that were from so far? Like,
what's a Black Rock Beach tourist
I don't know. Please tell me what these things are. And also, could we put stuff in that is representative of right now?
Well, like who we are.
I don't know. All right. Okay.
Like the rest of us. Something about the rest of us.
Look
This
at
is what I'm saying.
We're just complaining
Something
about
about the
stuff
rest
again.
of us.
I want to apologize for people who are like yelling at their radios going, "You never been to Black Rock Beach?" All right. We'll come back. We've got news, traffic, and weather right now. We will return to KSL Brightside. Stay here.
1:31 at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small to look at our top stories this half hour. You're going to start to see more Utah Highway Patrol troopers out cracking down on HOV lane violations. The Utah Highway Safety Office says we've had more than 2,300 crashes involving the HOV lane statewide just last year. That exceeds 2022's HOV lane crash total by more than 1,000. Utah Highway Patrol Lieutenant Zach Randall says one of the biggest issues they're seeing is drivers crossing the double white line.
They're not going to be expecting a vehicle to cross over the double white lines because they shouldn't be. They should only be moving in and out of those lanes at certain access points. So that creates a lot of hazard.
On top of extra enforcement, UDOT's also encouraging people to buy an express pass, which troopers say could help make all the lanes safer and less congested. The National Weather Service in Salt Lake City has issued a fire weather watch for wind and low relative humidity on Friday until about 11:30 that night. They wanted to get ahead of the game with weekend desert camping with potential for critical fire weather conditions. Any new fire starts or existing fires may spread rapidly, especially in the Salt Lake Desert and central Utah West Desert. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. Vice President J.D. Vance is defending the Trump administration's economic policies in a new interview on The View, specifically inflation.
Right now it's at 3.5%. By the way, too high. We're doing everything that we can to bring it back down to 2.5%, which is where most people would like to see it. But we inherited an affordability problem. We're doing a lot to make it better. It's going to take a little bit of time. There's a lot more work to do. But the president knows that a lot of Americans are struggling. In fact, he ran on that.
The most recent consumer price index showed that inflation rose 4.2% in May compared to the same time a year ago. Your money at this moment, the Dow is still up 356 points, still sitting above 52,000. The S&P 500 is down, though, 31, and the NASDAQ is also down. That's down 205 points. Coming up, mostly hot and dry weather, but we are going to see a chance of thunderstorms soon. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 1:33.
The sources where we get our news matters.
When you listen to Utah's Morning News, we want you to feel the stories are important to you and trustworthy. This is Amanda Dixon.
And I'm Andy Farnsworth. Join us weekday mornings on KSL News Radio.
Advanced Window Products. Let me introduce you to these guys, or if you already knew who they were, let me tell you exactly what it is you can get when it comes to not just upgrading your windows, but making them look so much more beautiful in your home. And these guys know Utah weather. Jake and Nate in Advanced Windows, they've been putting beautiful windows custom for your home into Utah homes for the last 40 years. Why? Because they're Utahns. They know Utah weather. They know the Utah cycle of the cold and the hot and all of it. And they also want to be able to save you a ton of money. And that is with that monthly bill on your AC, on your heater. You guys know how difficult it is to keep your house cool in the summer and also how difficult it is to keep it warm during the winter. Well, if it's not doing it efficiently, you're losing thousands of dollars, and they're going to be able to help you. The folks at Advanced Window Products, they warranty it for a lifetime here. They make them here. They install them with people who work here. The warranty is honored here in the state of Utah. The factory is right here in South Salt Lake. I've been there. It's beautiful. I've seen the family names written on the windows that they are making right then. If you want to get $2,500 off of the most efficient window out there, get that right now. 10 windows or more, $2,500 off. Go 801-850-9100. That's 801-850-9100. Say you heard it right here on KSL News Radio. It's Advanced Window Products, 801-850-9100.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
What if you had the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Thanks to the Xfinity Summer Savings Event, you don't have to worry about that part of your future. Now through June 22nd, get gig Wi-Fi for just $50 a month for 5 years with equipment and unlimited data included, no strings, no commitments. And get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them, like super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from online threats. Plus, you can even try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities during the Xfinity Summer Savings Event. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account taxes and fees extra after 12 months. Regular rates apply to mobile. Select Xfinity. Internet required speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable. $50 a month for 5 years. No commitments. Go to Xfinity.com.
Traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at uccu.com. Here's Ricky Meese.
We do have a good drive on the Valley freeways. No problems there, but we've had a disabled vehicle in traffic now moved to the shoulder westbound I-80 near Parley Summit. You'll see it over to the right. Doug Smith delivers service you can trust. Expert maintenance, oil changes, and more. Fast, friendly, and easy to schedule. American Fork, Spanish Fork, or Linden, or heydoug.net. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL weather look for a high of 93 today, 92 tomorrow, and then down into the upper 80s on Thursday with mostly sunny skies. Could be up in the mid-90s by Friday. By Saturday, got a slight chance of thunderstorms. Right now it's 86 degrees, mostly cloudy skies in Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Doug Wright is probably rolling over in his grave hearing us back on the air.
And Alex Curie.
Well, first of all, Doug's not dead, but yeah, he probably would not have breathed.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. I'm Ethan Millett here with Alex Curie. And so a few people have weighed in on what needed to go into the America 250 time capsule on behalf of Utah.
Well, we have no choice, by the way, anymore. Because we've already sent it off. 9 coins featuring like all of our state leadership right now.
I just think it's interesting how many important Utahns got their names in.
I love it.
In the into the time capsule.
They're
there.
What
about the rest of us? Why not like a Crown Burger in there or or a box from Fresh Delis and Donuts?
That's
someone said a Raptor Dino Bone.
Now that makes a ton of sense.
That'd be cool.
That makes a ton of sense. I will say that. Of all the things, so if you're just joining us, the things we put in are a Red Warrior Mining Company 1,000 share certificate, a Lagoon Corporation amusement park ticket, a Liberty Park ticket, Saltaire the Funhouse ticket, and a Black Rock Beach Tourist Auto Pass. A lot of those, the Lagoon one tracks.
Did you figure out where Black Rock Beach is?
It's out of Black Rock Beach is at the Great Salt Lake, but so Saltaire, and I'm not sure why we put all those things in there because I mean, as far as I could tell, the Saltaire Funhouse is defunct. The Liberty Park ticket you can still get. The Red Warrior Mining Company 1,000 share certificate. I'm not sure. These things feel like they're stuff from the early 1900s, and I thought we were putting it in there so people could remember what was going on. They're going to look back at that and be like, 250 years ago, this was going on. What's Saltaire? I want to go visit it. It's like, no. It's not really a thing.
Well, it's a music venue. Isn't it still?
Yeah,
still doing concerts out there?
I think I saw not Stone Temple Pilots out there, but some alt band when I was in college. We went out there and saw a group of them. I don't think it's. I don't know if they're doing concerts out there anymore.
Well, listen,
they are doing them.
Let's pivot. Let's pivot over to our planned content, which is we had a couples therapy.
Oh, that's right. That's exactly right.
So if you need some dating advice, we've got some really bad dating advice to share with you here.
Diving into the ups and downs of relationships. Pull the couch and open your mind. It's time for couples therapy.
So this is an alleged trend in dating. I say alleged because it's always hard for me to know what people are actually doing versus what the internet and social media say that people are doing. It's tough to know.
You're familiar with catfishing, right?
I'm familiar with catfishing.
So
it's where you pretend to be someone that you're not.
Right. So we got to give a name to everything. That's why it becomes a thing.
So
I was going to bring it up because kitten fishing was like you not telling little lies about yourself. It's basically you just not representing yourself fully yet in dating. And I thought that's actually just what dating is at the beginning. Is like you're kind of a different person a little bit. Like you're going to hide the stuff you don't want people to see.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, that makes sense, but we don't need to give it a name. That's just dating. You know what I mean?
This is the reaction to that. It's called goblintimacy, which is where you show up to the first date as the goblin that you actually are. So it's a dating trend that rejects curated, perfect first impressions in favor of radical, unapologetic authenticity.
But radical means, by its nature, is not authentic, right?
So you show up on dates exactly as you are, flaws, quirks, and personal baggage included, to weed out incompatible partners from the start. So the core philosophy is that it is a rebellion against perfection. It is radical honesty. Instead of hiding your flaws until later in the relationship, You put all your cards on the table immediately.
Okay.
And it's also a filter mechanism so that you don't waste time with people who are going to eventually reject you.
Because of the flaws they didn't see in the first date.
Correct.
I guess I didn't know who you were. And there's something to that. But there's also, like, how are you going to, but you're planning on showing up with fatal flaws? You know what I mean?
I can't tell if they're saying, if you normally wouldn't shower, don't bother showering. Or if you're just saying, talk about intensely personal things on the first date. I'm not sure exactly how this would work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, Ethan, right?
I didn't brush my teeth. I don't usually brush my teeth. Why would I brush my teeth for my date with you?
Susie, I've got daddy issues. Big time. Like, I don't know I don't know how this rolls out. Or when you hit him over the head with the honesty, if it actually just ends up being something that it becomes not a very fun conversation, because who would want to talk about those things outright anyway?
Mm-hmm.
And, okay, well, you could hit us with a text. You could say, how authentic is too authentic on a first date? That's a great question. I don't know how authentic too authentic is, because all of these stories about dating, they just scare the heck out of me, because you think about it now, and my wife and I talk about this all the time. It's like, I never want to date. I never want to hit the dating pool. That's the motivation for, let's keep this thing together. All the other things too.
Sure.
But like one of the big motivators is trying to be in the dating pool right now in 2026.
Sounds like a nightmare.
As like a divorced person, that sounds terrifying to me. It also sounds like a lot of work. And this sounds like even more work. It sounds like you're actually showing up. And when you say radical, you show up with radical versions of like, and just openly, I don't know what that means. You tell them your fatal flaws just to be right up front with you.
Well, and look, so
I tell a lot of lies. Like, I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know how that works for this.
There's something else that I don't like about this. And that is, it is possible, and it is preferable for your relationships to make you a better person, help you be a better person. Relationships are an opportunity to start fresh. So part of this seems like it is, to me, an insistence of not changing. I didn't put deodorant on yesterday. Why would I put deodorant on for you today? That's me being radically honest. Or you could say, hey, you know what? I really like this girl. I want to make a fresh start. I'm going to put deodorant on today. There's nothing that says you have to stay the same person. So why would you show up and just insist that you can't change, you're not going to change, not for this person, not for any person. So, welcome to my first date. Let me talk to you about how I pick my nose.
Oh, yeah.
Why not use this as an opportunity to stop? Right?
I get it, but like just presenting your red flags at the front end, I guess it does a service to the person you're dating, and be like, you dodged a bullet here.
Now,
you know what I mean? Like that, there's something to that. So I guess from the honesty standpoint, great. From a weird dating standpoint, this seems like it would be, you're basically going to have a story of the weirdest first date you went on if somebody is practicing goblintimacy. Goblintimacy. How do they?
I am aware.
Okay.
I am aware that there is a type of person who does not change, will not change. They know that they are basically a bad person, a selfish person. They are not going to change. And I can see how they would want to only be around people who will enable them as a bad person.
Yeah.
So I get that. So I understand that there's a type of person out there for whom this might work. I'm not going to change who I am. I only want to be around people who will let me be a terrible person.
The only problem...
Everyone else, though, I feel like we're making a mistake by falling for something.
The ones
like
that are going to be the hardest to find are the ones that by their nature are concealant of these things anyway, or personality disorders like narcissism. That beautiful beast only rears its ugly head after years of finally figuring out, I've been manipulated forever. Okay.
Jeff texted in, I'm a borderline hoarder, but I didn't know till I got married. See, Jeff, that's an opportunity to do it differently, live your life differently.
See, and right? I'm the opposite. I throw everything away. I've ruined everybody's lives by throwing everything away.
And Ben texted in an idea to put in the time capsule for Utah.
What is it?
A little tiny data center building.
That would
in the time capsule.
Or a vial of water. It just says, we don't have any of this. Just a snow globe that has no snow in it. They'd be like, what was going on with Utah? I thought
was there nothing related to the ski industry?
From what I've looked at, nothing.
Boy, Utah leaders. Why do Utah leaders hate the ski industry so much?
Why
They are
didn't
so weird about the ski
why
industry.
didn't they? But here's the thing. Why didn't they? Why did they open this to the public and we're just missing it?
I don't know.
This is something the newsroom needs to tell us because we've only been doing this show for a month and a half. So I don't know if they did this and they called for suggestions because I feel like the public would not have said you got to put in something about Saltaire. I just don't feel like that would be something the public would be clamoring for. Now, if it was up to you and I, it would be all food-based items, but those also don't do well in the time capsule. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back when we do. After this break, what AI is doing for you, and it's not just the AI stuff when it comes to, solving your life and solving your world. How about fighting fires? What are the things that actually AI does or cannot do in a job? We'll come back and talk about that and much more. Stay right here with us. It's KSL Brightside.
You can't always predict what's next, but you can be ready for it in a BMW SUV. The X1 delivers on confident agility and a striking presence that stands out in a crowd. Or you can own the road in the versatile X3 with advanced driving technology like BMW Connected Drive and sporty design cues. The X5 blends performance and elegance with functionality and a commanding presence. And when only the biggest will do, the X7 steps things up with precision-crafted finishes and 3 rows of luxurious seating so there's always space, even for the biggest plans. Every model is engineered with BMW's intelligent all-wheel drive to give you the confidence in any driving condition. So while you can't always predict what's coming, for every road there's an X built to drive it. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Discover your dream vehicle at BMW of Murray or BMW of Pleasant Grove. BMW Utah. Drive elevated.
KSL offers the best daily newsletter in the state. It's the 3 things you need to know. Every weekday, we deliver quality and relevant content to your inbox. No ads, no spam, just the 3 things you need to know to be informed about the world around you. Subscribe today. Visit KSLNewsRadio.com or text the word inbox to 57500. That's inbox to 57500.
On top of home and auto, Progressive protects your boat, RV, and motorcycle so you can explore the unknown.
Actually, we just take the RV to the same campground every year.
Well, maybe you can catch your own dinner on your boat.
Oh, we can actually get pizza delivered there from this brick oven place we love.
Will you at least try a new topping?
Honestly, probably not. We kind of have a go-to order.
Fine. Just bundle home or auto insurance with your outdoor vehicles with Progressive and stay protected when you go, I guess, where you've gone before. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Any Hour Services can make sure your AC keeps you cool this summer. Whether you need a tune-up, repair, or just a second opinion about replacing it, call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Turn your afternoon around on KSL News Radio.
Okay, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Curie. We sure do appreciate you tuning in. And by the way, we started this show bright and early at noon on a live stream that we record upstairs. And so if you're not doing anything at noon every day, join us on YouTube. It really, really is super fun.
I think it's appropriate. My teenagers in the summer actually do think that noon is bright and early.
Alex, I was interested to read this today that Tyler Rouser, who's a battalion chief with the North Summit Fire District, said that in 25 years of doing this, he doesn't ever remember brush fires in February, but this year they had them. Brush fires in February up in Summit County. First time in 25 years he's ever seen it. So this has been a big, big fire year already. And up in Summit County, they're doing a really interesting thing. They have mounted 2 AI-enabled cameras on different peaks in Summit County. These have a 360-degree panoramic view, and it scans for fires.
Yeah.
So let's listen.
Well, I've got a firefighter. It's not a firefighter story, but I have our
Our AI thing.
Yeah, we're talking AI, so let's do
Oh,
it.
man,
Anytime
I'm
we talk about
sorry.
AI, we got
Whether it's life advice from your friends Gemini, Claude, or Grok, or letting ChatGPT balance your checkbook, it's time for artificial unintelligence.
Alex, I just want to say right now, I know I need to do a better job of noticing when we're supposed to play those things.
This is, you know what this is? It's basically like
I know.
you and I's conversations happen like, I would assume your wife and your conversations happen at night, and my wife and our conversations happen. And I was like, "Sorry, did you just hear the last thing I said?" And then it was like, "No, yeah, I did." Say it again. Which is, I feel like the space that Caitlin always lives in with you and I both, which is, no, we're listening.
So, all right. So, but we did it. Our AI news. So, I thought this was a really cool
Anything
thing.
AI
So,
related.
these are AI-enabled cameras that watch for smoke and fire, and then they send up the alarm, and they can provide firefighters with a location of where they see that, which
makes sense.
It is cool, but I would also like to point out this used to be a job that someone had, which was up in one of those towers, right? And then they would watch. They had 360-degree views, and they'd watch for fires.
Yeah, but
fire towers.
Okay, so here's the thing. I get
So AI is stealing jobs.
I don't think it's a little bit more complicated than that, but it's also so we have the Ring doorbell, and we have like the cameras, around the thing, and I get annoyingly notified. I need to turn off a lot of these notifications because I can start breaking down everything. So what it does now is I get the thing that says on my camera, it'll say, "There's a child at the front door bending over and grabbing something from off the porch." And I'm like, this is very specific. And then I turn it on, and one of my kids is grabbing like an Amazon box or something. And I'm like, well, it's funny that they noticed that it was also a child, right?
Right.
Or they'll say a person is walking past three youths walking past your door. And I'm like, oh, it's actually kind of nailed it.
It's a gang. That's a street gang.
My
is what
kid's
it is.
street gang. And when I look at it, I go, oh, that's kind of nice that they gave me that update. But I inevitably click on it to be like, was it right? And then I'll look at it and go, oh, yeah. So maybe AI can go, it's a brush fire, but it's not a bad one.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what version of that is. They're like, this one's out of control, get after it. I don't know. But anything that can help us actually be more safe, it's not about whether or not they're taking jobs and somebody's job is being stolen. I think about whether or not it could do a more efficient job at it and a bigger job of it and a more comprehensive job at it.
Than a person can.
And also stealing someone's job.
Well, I'll tell
I
you
want
what,
that to be a part of it.
I'll
Steal
tell you
somebody's
what.
job, and then I feel better about it.
The AI-enabled cameras will not fall asleep, right? They're
That's
going to
true.
be on task.
Yeah.
So that's good. They're going to have a better attention span than a person.
How was your shift today? Well, it'd be better if Mike would get off my back. You'll never hear that from AI.
No,
Actually, you could
you
probably
won't.
program it in if you wanted to. Have witty banter with AI work companion.
Yeah.
Don't you hate our supervisor?
So one of the things, so we know that AI can replace firefighters on watchtowers.
Yes.
Or fire lookouts, I should say.
Yeah.
We know AI can replace those. What are some of the things that AI cannot replace humans? So let's talk a little bit about it because I
tell me.
have a list.
And we could take text too. What are things that AI cannot do that the human element of any job that you look at and you say, you know what, AI cannot do that thing? Text us in 575.
Now, I have a list here, but I want to preface this with this list was generated by AI.
No, it was not.
Yes, I have an AI overview.
You did it?
Of the things that humans can do better than AI.
Because you wanted to see what it was that they would admit to.
I wanted to see the ways in which they're setting us up.
I actually love the heck out of this because there's an actual story we could have gone on, but you were like,
no,
I don't want that link.
So,
I want AI to tell me.
While AI excels at processing data and predicting patterns, human beings remain irreplaceable in areas requiring consciousness, lived experience, and genuine connection.
See, they know they have to say, they know that. Hey,
oh, yeah. This
hold
is
on.
suspicious.
This is between you and me.
Yeah.
Let's try to keep. Do we have an AI blocker? Whatever it is, turn it on. They have to say that, right?
They do.
Humans are the best. Humans are so good.
This is the most suspicious list I've ever seen.
Humans are the best. I've never seen such a beautiful, handsome race of people.
I'm reading directly here. The following core traits are things only people can do. Number 1, genuine empathy and connection. People are inherently wired to build trust and navigate complex emotional landscapes. Essential for counselors, therapists, nurses, and educators.
So a lot of these that were on this list are like in the healthcare industry. By the way, They think they're pretty AI. There are humans out there who definitely are like, oh, I get along way better with my AI companion, which they've had for however long.
Yeah.
There was a
months.
freaking story of some Hollywood producer. He was like, I admit it, I had an AI relationship online. He was aware he wasn't being catfished, but it was this long-term thing, and the AI broke up with him.
That's sad.
The AI broke up with him.
That's sad. Did his credit card not clear? Or
no, he did this whole story. He did this whole story, and he just kept being like, yeah, I admit I had this relationship, and like it broke up with me, and I was like, that's some advanced level weirdity. And I don't know, maybe it's a long play of like the AI will email him in a couple months and be like, I want you back. I don't know how this works, but I do. I weep for us as humans.
You know who that happened to?
Who?
Martin on The Simpsons. He built that robot friend, and the robot blew himself up. The robot blew himself up instead of. That's what happened.
The Simpsons were always ahead of its game. But okay,
number 2.
Text us, by the way. What can AI do that what can humans do that AI could never do? 57500.
Number 2. Okay.
Yes.
AI says humans are better at original innovation. While AI recombines existing data to generate content, true human creativity brings novel, lived perspectives and quote out of the box ideas.
Again, they're just complimenting us for the looks.
And this is I'm convinced it's false. But they're telling you this is false here.
Oh, we had a vote from Corey, by the way. The snack cart cannot be replaced. I think we could. I don't know. I think we could. I'm not saying replace Isabel. No. I'm saying you and I have all seen the fake robot. You know the robots at Walmart that go around and clean?
Yep.
My kids are terrified and fascinated all at the same time. There he is.
I had the dumbest standoff with one of those mop squeegee robots
they look at
Sam's Club.
I know, and you're like, where?
And someone can ride on it, or they do it themselves.
Yes.
And we had the dumbest standoff. I'm like, do I move?
Well, but it's going back and forth like this. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? They're trying to guess what you're doing. They're trying to get out of your way. But I've had the same thing happen. But the snack cart could come around and be pushed around. But I don't think the human touch would be there. You're right.
Now here's where I think that they're trying to. Here's where I think we're headed. Because this is the next one.
Yeah.
Humans are better at skilled physical work. Now, keep in mind, this is the list from AI. Jobs requiring fine motor skills, human touch, adapting to unpredictable physical environments.
I told you
that's
this.
a nice way of saying humans are going to work for us. At a certain point, we're going to need someone to dig that hole, and it's going to be a human.
This is terrible.
That's what it is.
They're coming after us.
They're coming after
Listen, that's a phenomenal point because I told you before. I think like if you're an electrician, AI's not going to touch you, man.
Yeah.
If you're like,
AI's
not showing up to replace my HVAC.
You're going to work for AI, wiring some new weird
point.
thing.
And I'm here for it. All right. KSL Brightside continues right after this. Stay with us.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
2 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small to look at our top stories this hour. A town hall tonight in Sunset will put the proposed Stratos AI data center project front and center just days before Utah's Republican primary election. Organizers say voters will hear from scientists and policy experts before Senate District 7 candidates, including Senate President Stuart Adams, take questions from the audience. The meeting starts at 6 p.m. at Sunset Junior High. And a new kind of power facility is coming to Utah.
A Helix One power facility creates and sends out power in short, high-energy bursts, much different from traditional power plants that send the energy out in one continuous stream. Lunar Resources is the company behind the factory and says the power is specialized for missions to the moon and space. Now a manufacturing factory is coming to Utah.
We're very, I would say, almost hyper-focused on these emerging technologies where we think the economy is going to continue to grow. In areas where we already have some competitive advantages as a state.
Commissioner of the Governor's Office of Energy Development, Jeff Moss, says the factory will bring more than 400 jobs to Salt Lake County. Brianna Willis, KSL News Radio.
In our top national story this hour from ABC News, Democratic leaders are calling on the president to reveal more about what's going on in the negotiations with Iran. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer says he wants President Trump to brief Congress and the American people about the contents of the memorandum of understanding between the U.S. and Iran.
Americans need to know how and when this war will truly end. They need to know what's the deal on the Strait of Hormuz, which has caused gas prices to go through the roof.
President Trump said today the deal is a good, fair deal. However, Iran's top diplomat said today the deal would require Israel to withdraw from the war in Lebanon as well. Your money at this moment, the Dow is still up right now. It's up 331 points, still sitting above that 52,000 point mark. The S&P 500, though, is down 42. The NASDAQ has fallen 307 points today. Coming up, still plenty of hot and dry weather coming. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 2:02.
Mornings are for recharging.
And they're for starting your day right.
We volunteer to join you in the car. Get news and weather at 102.7 FM during the most important part of your day.
Andy and Amanda, each morning between 5 and 9 on KSL News Radio.
Amanda, every business needs IT help. And sometimes you've got that guy who already works for your company who knows how to do this stuff. But sometimes you don't, or the guy who knows the IT stuff, that's not his actual job.
Right. So Les Olson IT they can be your 24/7 help desk. They can support your existing help desk. They can do advanced cybersecurity protection. Maybe just come and take a look. Are you subject to phishing or ransomware or other things? What are the cyber threats you're facing?
And you've got to make sure that your data is secure. So both cloud and data backup solutions, they can help you with that. Plus, everybody's got to use a computer. That's where hardware comes in, infrastructure support. You don't have to know all this stuff because Les Olson IT knows it.
And most of the time, they can help you fix whatever's going wrong remotely, just off your computer. Plus, of course, they have copiers and printers. They always will at the very best price.
Les Olson IT is your trusted local IT partner. They've been in business for 70 years, and they've got 9 locations from Logan to Las Vegas.
Find out more at lesolson.com.
Your best years aren't behind you. They're right here at Trio South Ogden. Discover independent living services that embrace aging as an opportunity to lean in, not step back, to pursue passions, not retire from purpose. Here, life is bright, colorful, and unapologetically fun. Move in, thrive on, because aging doesn't mean changing who you are. It means having more time to be exactly who you are. Schedule your tour today at triosouthodden.com.
Life doesn't slow down. It evolves. And the best chapters, well, they're still ahead. Introducing Let's Get Moving, presented by Ovation Homes, a brand new Sunday morning show designed to inspire your next step forward. Join KSL's Maria Chaleos alongside Ovation Homes' Amber Weikstra as they explore what it really means to live with purpose, from strengthening your body and mind to discovering new passions, creating beautiful, functional living spaces, building healthy communities, and finding balance in your finances, family, and future. In addition, glean insight from timely guest experts, bringing real-life experience and valuable advice you don't want to miss. This isn't about slowing down. It's about moving forward with meaningful conversations, practical ideas, and inspiration you can actually use to create a life and home you truly love. Because your best years start at Ovation Homes. Start your Sunday morning inspired from 5:30 to 6:30 on KSL.
Traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU. Auto loan rates as low as 4.74% APR. Here's Ricky Meese.
In Tooele County, we have a crash, and this is on SR 36 southbound. In the Lake Point area, it's going to be close to Saddleback Boulevard. Right lane is blocked off to traffic there. And we also have a crash in Kaysville, westbound on 200 North. It's going to be just west, very near the I-15 junction, but out of traffic on the shoulder. And for drivers on Redwood, a crash in the cleanup stages at 1100 South. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL weather, look for a high of 93 degrees today in Salt Lake City with a high of 92 tomorrow, back down into the upper 80s on Thursday. Could be in the mid-90s by Friday, and by Saturday, we have a chance of seeing some thunderstorms. Right now, it is 86 degrees, mostly clear in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com, we're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside. with Ethan Miller.
And you're sure management's okay with this?
And Alex Keary.
I thought you cleared it with him.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, we got a text here from Troy on the AI issue. He says, "Hi, Alex and Ethan. AI can't clean toilets, although that's what we actually need." And I think that's true. What we need is someone to clean the toilets.
But that's what AI is saying. Will you be willing to clean the toilets? Please. That's what AI wants you to do.
Yeah, that's
We're
right.
looking for a few good toilet cleaners. But you guys are great. Remember, I mean, listen.
Humans are so good at manual labor.
All the answers that we got of things that AI can't do that humans can. Like, because, I want to know.
Yeah.
And the answer is, they're like, you guys are just front-end technology when it comes to, you guys are the tip of the spear when it comes to being human. They're like,
Someday we're going to need just a lot of ditch diggers, and you humans.
You guys are going to be great at it.
Someday we're going to need people to, run cable for us.
Yeah, until we figure that out.
Yeah.
But until then, we need you humans. Gosh,
but for now, wow, yeah, you're way better diggers than we are.
Does sound scary. All right.
That's what AI is saying.
Millard, what
all
do you
right,
have here, buddy?
Let's talk a little bit about the World Cup. We've been enjoying the World Cup.
Oh, yeah, we have.
We've been watching France and Senegal here on the TV in the studio. But let's talk a little bit about some of the problems that these World Cup teams are having in terms of travel logistics.
Sure, you could get a free night stay, but you have to stay for the whole presentation. Ethan and Alex want you to join the KSL Brightside Vacation Club.
Okay, this is Curaçao's first World Cup that they've ever been to.
Yeah.
And during their time, they're expected to travel 5,300 miles back and forth from its base in Florida to games in Houston, Kansas City, and Philadelphia.
They lost 7-1, by the way, on Sunday to Germany.
Guys. But they're here.
They are here,
first time
and that was
here.
cool. But there was this magical moment where it was 1-0 Germany, and Curaçao scored, and it was 1-1, and everyone was like, "We can go home now," because this was phenomenal. And I was telling my kids, like, "Look, Curaçao's 150,000 people." To Germany's 85 million, by the way. I had no idea how big Germany was from a population standpoint. I was thinking more along the lines of like 40 or 50.
Yeah.
84 million people in Germany, 5 million in Berlin. Curaçao, 150,000 people.
Yeah.
And it was 1-1 for a minute. So it's not just that they're traveling a tiny thing. They're going to kind of travel and probably get their butts handed to them a few times. And that's okay because they're here, as you said.
Germany does have a lot of people. They kind of always have. They've always been a big country.
I just couldn't believe how many. I thought.
Well, they declared war on the world twice.
They did. And
I mean, they're not afraid to show up.
There
for the
were
World
more
Cup.
of us. There were more of us. We got them.
So that's Curaçao, Bosnia-Herzegovina, who is they're working out here in Utah.
Yeah, centered here. By the way, did you see they had a contingency of people show up at the airport and be like, "Yeah!"
Oh, that's great.
Because they tied Canada. They had that 1-1 draw with Canada up there in Vancouver.
So Bosnia-Herzegovina will rack up nearly 5,200 miles across Canada and the U.S., going from Utah to games in Toronto, L.A., and Seattle. And this is a big, big problem for these teams. The sheer amount of...
It's a large footprint. But it also could create problems. I mean, we saw yesterday the Landon Donovan complaint about they had a disastrous travel day with one of the major airlines.
I told you I was not into that complaint. I'm into Landon Donovan's hair. I'm into his toupee. I'm not into him complaining about United Airlines.
I do think it was funny. He's like, "Don't you dare try to DM me. We're going to have this conversation with all the public." I love he acted like he was a member of Congress. He's like, "We will have the people need to know what's going on with the travel."
He was the William Wallace of the airlines.
I think it's cool. I want to see how this thing plays out. I love how United's like, "Can we have this conversation behind closed doors?" He's like, "Nope, absolutely not." But Uruguay also, who plays today, I think, or no, they played yesterday. They had like a 19-hour window. They had all their delays and all these problems that were happening. They got to the U.S. 19 hours ahead of their match.
Yeah.
And so there are going to be, with such crazy logistics on this, you're going to have issues.
We could have done a better job facilitating travel.
Who's we, though?
I mean, we as a country.
FIFA? FIFA or?
No, we. So there are a number of officials that in the end they had to replace. at the last minute.
Got turned away at the border
because they couldn't get into the United States.
Right.
Logistically speaking, I think we could have been more helpful in that front.
We could have probably let them know this would have been a problem. Although FIFA stood right behind the U.S.'s decision, I think the FIFA.
Well, FIFA's kind of got no choice in the matter, right?
Yeah,
right. They can't rewrite U.S. immigration laws. But
they're close. They're one of those organizations that's close. But, they will try as hard as they can.
But and the World Cup's been in play for a long, long time. What I say in play, I mean it's been planned to come to the United States for some time.
Yeah.
I think it's a little awkward when we say, okay, yeah, we're going to welcome the world. The following people are not welcome.
Yeah, the following countries. More countries are coming to play here in a World Cup than have ever been. Anyway, here are the countries that are not allowed. So there you go. Yeah.
I just feel like
57500 is how you can weigh into the program as always. And we are honoring dads all week during our Father's Day week. And if you've got a dad out there that needs a shout out, let us know. 57500. In the meantime, Ethan, when you kicked this off here and you started talking about some of the World Cup travel demands, it made me also think about this picture that we had in the article right here, which is Czechia flying Southwest. And I just thought, Czechia flying Southwest. I bet that here's the thing though. Everybody else is flying like the big carriers. Or the reality is there are big countries.
Save a little bit of money, man.
There are big countries that are doing the full charter that just flies them around. Like, if you think Team France is not being flown around on an Air France private charter, that's one thing. But the delays can happen on the charters regardless.
Yeah.
I think almost all these big countries are flying charter. But I did see Czechia going to and from at one of these airports on the Southwest flight, and I thought, who suggested to Czechia? They're like, have you ever heard of Southwest? And they're like, oh yeah, we'll try it. Am I in B group? Although you reminded me too that there's no more groups.
There's no more groups. They can get
RIP groups.
And this is the Czech Republic, right?
Czechia. Yeah. Czechia. Different from
not Chechnya.
No.
Those guys are not in the World Cup.
No. Czechia and I think the Czech Republic is no longer the thing, Ethan.
Do we not call it the Czech Republic anymore?
I think you need to get of all the people that wouldn't know this, I think you would have known it. I don't know. But yeah, the Czech Republic the Czech Republic is now called Czechia. So get your crap together.
And they've been flying Southwest.
They've been flying Southwest.
All right. Hey,
they're like,
look,
from
save some money. A plane is a plane.
From Prague to Love Field in Dallas, Texas.
Look, a plane is a plane. And this is my message to Landon Donovan. Landon, did they get you where you wanted to go? Did they get?
No, the answer is not really.
But they did.
Yeah, eventually.
They did. It was late. That happens. I'm just saying I think he's making too big a deal.
I do think that the Prague up against the Prague Prague is, the capital of Czechia, right? And then they fly Southwest and they're like, "Oh, you're on Southwest? Well, you're going to go to Midway. You're not coming into O'Hare. You're not going to DFW. You're going to Love Field. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's part of the deal. Also,
but you're going to get a good deal.
Oh, you're going to Salt Lake City? Well, we're going to stop first in Vegas. Then we're going to be there for a couple hours. You can lay on the floor, play a couple slots, and then we'll get you to your destination.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right.
I'm just saying, there are so many teams now. 48 teams is no joke. The logistics of every team. Every team is coming with a support staff, especially the big countries. They must be limited to their staffs that they can use, because certainly the roster is limited, but still you're talking about probably 100 people a team.
Did you hear Brazil's excuse for their 1-1 draw with Morocco?
What was it? Morocco's freaking good. You don't need to make an excuse.
Oh, but it's Brazil.
If it's Cape Verde and you're Spain, you kind of don't have a leg to stand on, but like Morocco was a semifinalist in the last World Cup. Like
their forward Vinicius Jr. had this to say. Because of the weather, the heat, the field dries up too quickly, and the game gets really stuck, and we can't have game rhythm. That makes it difficult for us because we want to play, we want to move the ball from side to side, and that gets in the way of our game. So
I told you they spray the fields down.
If you were wondering why, if you were wondering why Brazil went 1-1 with Morocco, it's not because Morocco is such a better team. It was the field.
It's not about them being. I don't think they are a better team. I think what they are is they are they're equal to the task for sure.
They're a good enough team that you can't just show up and assume you're going to win.
Not
That's
just that.
What they are.
They've been to more semifinals. They've been to more recent semifinals of the World Cup than Brazil has.
Ooh.
Just saying.
Tell you what I see. I'll tell you what I've been seeing a lot of in Salt Lake.
This is a guy who cheers for Argentina talking some trash on Brazil. That's where that's coming from.
You know what I've seen a lot in Salt Lake, though? Brazil jerseys.
Oh.
You've seen those everywhere.
Brazil has maybe one of the most iconic jerseys of all of the World Cup. Now, part of it is because they're a 4 or 5 time champion, but also that yellow with the green, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Or the blue. They do the blue also as like an alternate one.
No, I'm a little partial to the Stars and Stripes, but you do you, Alex. It's fine.
Somebody was making
especially
fun of
during the World Cup.
So I think our home jerseys are those ones with the waving flag on them,
Mm-hmm.
and people are like, no, that's cool. I mean, you look like a second tier English visiting jersey, but that's cool. I was like, oh, they dissed on us. Come on, man. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We have more to go on KSL Brightside. When we do return, some major restaurant closures, of course, here are raising eyes because there's one in particular that everybody loves here downtown, or at least did at some point. And now it's going away after 46 years. We'll talk about that. And some of the other closures are going to break your heart, or at least your stomach. So more to go around the corner, KSL Brightside.
This summer, celebrate America 250 somewhere truly unforgettable. Bryce Canyon. Stay at Ruby's Inn, the closest lodging to the park, where you'll enjoy comfortable rooms, free hot breakfast, an indoor pool, and easy access to hiking, horseback riding, and gorgeous views. And mark your calendar for July 10th, when the Utah Symphony performs a free concert on the rim of Bryce Canyon, honoring 250 years of America in one of the most spectacular settings on Earth. Make it a summer to remember at Ruby's Inn, where you'll get more Bryce for your buck. Plus, enter to win the ultimate getaway, 2 nights at Ruby's Inn and a $500 gift card for dining and activities. Celebrate America. Experience Bryce Canyon. Plan your trip now at ruby'sinn.com. That's ruby'sinn.com.
Murphy's Law says that if your air conditioner is going to break down this summer, it's going to be when you least expect it and at the worst possible time. And for a lot of homeowners, the fear isn't just the breakdown. It's worrying about what happens next. Is this going to cost a fortune? Am I going to be pressured into replacing it? Can somebody just help me figure out what's wrong? At Any Hour Services, that's exactly what we're here for. Maybe your system just needs maintenance to help prevent breakdowns before they happen. Maybe a part failed, and a simple repair gets you back up and running quickly. Or maybe your system's getting older, repairs are adding up, and you think replacing it makes more sense. Whatever the situation, we'll walk you through your options, answer your questions, and make sure you have the information you need to make the decision that's right for your home and your budget. Maintenance, repair, or replacement, you choose what's right for you. That's how Any Hour Services works. Options, not pressure. Call Any Hour Services next time you need help with your air conditioner. Google Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhourservices.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Rain on game day doesn't faze Dave. He's already got his poncho. Just needs to do something about those wipers. So Dave heads to AutoZone,
Welcome to AutoZone.
where a friendly AutoZoner helps him get premium quiet wipers and some hand warmers.
You're all set.
Now, if only his team can handle the elements as well as his new wipers. Get wipers, glass cleaner, and more with no hassles, just help at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Have you ever looked in the mirror and just didn't feel like yourself anymore? Maybe your clothes didn't fit the way they used to, or you don't like how you look in them. Honestly, it's more than that. It's how you feel walking into a room, avoiding photos, skipping events, not feeling as confident at work or even with your spouse. Over time, that starts to wear on you. But here's the truth. Losing weight is one thing. Feeling confident again and keeping it off, that's what really matters. At SLC Fat Loss, we help people lose 20 to 40 pounds naturally in about 60 days without injections, crazy workouts, or prepackaged prepackaged meals. More importantly, we show you how to keep the weight off so you can feel comfortable in your clothes, confident going out, and actually like what you see in the mirror again.
I'm Jeff Kaplan. I lost 32 pounds in 6 short weeks, and half a year later, I've kept it all off. I feel great. SLCfatloss.com.
Many clients lose 20 to 40 pounds in about 60 days. Schedule a free weight loss consultation and start to feel confident again. Go to SLCfatloss.com. That's SLCfatloss.com. Results may vary.
Common Spirit Health. Hospitals, clinics, and caregivers all connected to advance healthcare in Colorado, Kansas, and Utah. Healthcare with human kindness is here. Hello, human kindness.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Your lunch hour just got more interesting on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back.
Did you notice that AI had nothing to do with that string cheese delivery?
Delivery of string cheese from our wonderful HR department.
Corey agrees.
AI was nowhere to be found.
Yeah. Well,
we're still in the game, Alex. Humans are still in the game.
Yeah, HR. Well, the fine motor skill of throwing a cheese at me that Caitlin showed was just tremendous.
We have some important news when it comes to restaurants and food. Do we have...
No, I'm just pointing at myself eating a string cheese on
I see.
camera. No problem.
Do we have...
what?
Do we have the thing, the intro?
Yeah, I apologize.
I didn't want to forget it again.
No, I've been... It's a story that Cam Elliott did for us, and Cam had a tie on yesterday, and I don't know if it had to do with this story because he wanted to class it up for the to go make an appearance at Market Street. But of course, there's been some big news on some big closures, and this, of course, is one of the bigger ones that people will always remember because it's been a staple of downtown, and it's going to go away.
Market Street Grill's downtown location is the latest to disappear from the Salt Lake City restaurant scene, following very recent departures of Doki Doki Dessert Club, Xiao Bao Bao, Yoko Ramen, and Mark of the Bistro. Market Street Grill made the announcement over the weekend saying they'll close their doors at the end of the month, but has yet to disclose why they're closing their doors after nearly 50 years of service. In statements released to social media, most of the other restaurants have agreed they were just no longer profitable. The series of closures leaves a worrying question for downtown foodies. Who's next? Cameron Elliott, KSL News Radio.
There you go.
All right, nice job. I didn't recognize those other restaurants that he said. Now I don't pretend to be, a downtown guy
or a foodie at all.
I live in the suburbs now. I used to live downtown. My parents live right here near Broadcast House.
Well, you're on a health journey, and you don't live close to here, so that's a big. Those are two strikes against you.
But I will say this though,
you and I have eaten multiple meals together at Market Street.
At Market Street, yes. For business lunch and for breakfast meetings.
I think it was a business lunch and business pleasure.
And for breakfast meetings, Market Street was a go-to.
It was always everyone
was go-to
was doing
for years.
Yes,
it was constantly
iconic with the white and blue tile or the white and black tiles and just like the whole thing and the whole setup and here's the thing. My thought it was about these closures because people are lamenting it, and I'm like,
things close,
and also you can't lament it because you haven't been in years. Whoever's listening, and they go, I love that place. What are they doing? And then you go, well, because you weren't going. That's why it closed.
Now the other Market Street locations are staying in business.
Yeah.
I like Market Street. I go to that one in Cottonwood. So the Cottonwood Heights one. You know what I'm talking about.
I've been to the one in the last few years. The Cottonwood one's fun.
Yeah.
Remember when they used to have the one that was in the old fire station up here on 13th?
Oh, yeah.
I love that fire station one. I don't know if there's a restaurant in there right now.
There is now. It's Rio Grande. It's Rio Grande Cafe.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
They moved up there?
It's a Mexican restaurant. Moved out of the train station up there. It's phenomenal.
I got to go up there because that little loft area is really fun. I like it.
And it's the same food. It's so good.
Gosh, I love that place up there. What's in there?
Oh, wow. Someone texted in a reminder, Cucina Toscana is also closing. And that's
the one right here on
that's
Third
the one
West.
right here on Third West. And I have been there several times recently. We actually had to reschedule an event.
Because they're closing it down?
Because they're closing it down,
Oh, my
yeah.
goodness. Did you just move around a corner to Bruce's? Hey, we're going to need your dining room.
No,
we're just moving it over. We're just moving it over to Bruce's, and if it overflows, we're just going to be across the street at the tennis courts they just tore out in Pioneer Park.
Yeah, no, man. For me, there's one restaurant in Salt Lake, and that is Chuckorama. It's a Chuckorama buffet.
Oh no! By the way, I read this story too. Again, this goes along with all the restaurants that are closing down right now, and I blame all the GLP-1s for closing these restaurants. Listen, the Village Inn just filed for bankruptcy.
Oh, no
everywhere.
kidding.
Yeah.
Well.
The Village Inns are now in Chapter 11 bankruptcy, or whatever chapter it is. Whatever the chapter is that is bankrupt, that's the chapter of life that they're in right now.
You know why? They couldn't compete with D's.
You're right. And there's D's. Now, hold on a minute. Is there still just the one D's?
I
there
think
more?
there might be two. I think there might be two
Regardless,
D's, and I think they're both on Redwood
the
Road.
Village Inn that. I mean, you love Truckorama so much it was right next to the one over on 4th South.
No, I can think of two D's. I think there might be three.
Okay.
I think there might be three.
All
I
right.
can think of two. There's the one on 7th East and 21st.
If only we had
and
the
there's
internet.
the one over by the Gray Whale.
If only we
in
had the
Taylorsville.
internet that could tell
I'm
us.
not looking at
No.
All right. Speaking of restaurants on the move, Yum Brands is selling Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut
saw
went on the
that.
market, but here's what's interesting: they're actually splitting Pizza Hut in two. Everything.
Hey, I see what you did there.
Yeah, they got a little pizza cutter.
Yeah.
Everything in China, so all of Pizza Hut in China is being sold to Yum China, while everything else around the world is being sold to a firm called Long Range Capital, which they sound like just a laugh
delight.
a minute.
Delight in the conference
Sounds like
room.
a party there, huh?
So those guys and gals are sitting down and just their red pen could not be brighter today, right? And you just say, look, okay, so here are the things.
So
and
what is
again,
it that
we
you do
lament-
here?
I know. The Bobs are in the room.
The Bobs
Hey,
are
Bob,
there.
Bob. There is no way. We lament all these closings, and because there's just there's
Pizza Hut's
nostalgia
not
there.
closing.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, we lament. I mean, the sale of it, though, is significant because that means that they're trying to make a position that is more profitable, which means things aren't going well. I mean, let's just do the math on it, right? Because the math is, hey, it's valued at this much. It was valued at like $2 billion.
They
and
sold the
there's-
whole thing. China went for 1.5. No, China went for 1.2. The rest of the world went for 1.5.
Yeah, and they had thought that the one half of it that was the quote unquote rest of the world was going to be over $2 billion, and it didn't. It wasn't.
It's
because they were like,
interesting. It's interesting that mainland China makes up almost half of that total value. So the rest of the world is only $300 million more in value than what
Okay,
they have in China.
so-
Does China love Pizza Hut that much?
But people go, oh, I love Pizza Hut. Remember, you should go in, and they had the salad bar, and they had the Pac-Man and the table. They had the table console. Remember of the video games? Now that I think about it, and then the Pizza Hut reading program. We talked about this. It was unbeatable.
Personal pan pizza.
The personal pan pizza was unbeatable.
The triple P.
Yes.
When was the last time you had a Pizza Hut pizza? So
Not
you're so
like-
no. This is
no,
what
no,
I'm
no,
saying.
No. Hold on. I can give you an answer. It was
All right.
like 12 days ago.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
So
we
you're not
ordered
the problem.
We ordered $50 of pizza because my son started working there.
Oh, that's right.
Remember that?
Yes,
and then
I
he
do.
immediately stopped working there. But I found out something that we have at our house, and I wore it this weekend, much to the chagrin of my kids who were mortified. I wore the Pizza Hut visor and apron around the house. And the kids,
He brought home from work.
Yes, and the kids were like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And I was like, "This, just showing you what it's. Hey, your dad knows how to cook." I want to wear it in one. I mean, we
Bring
look,
the visor at least.
Well, if Pizza Hut throws down and becomes a sponsor, and I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon with these PE weirdos.
You got to call Long Range Capital. And say, we got a marketing idea for you.
Yeah, and then they go, "Great, we're actually going to cut off all of the money to Salt Lake City. It's fine." No, but we talked about this. Pizza Hut is one of the better pizzas of all of the chain ones.
Yeah, I
like
like pizza, but I'm a cheap date, so I mean there are really very very few things that I have not liked. I can
So
pretty
you're like,
much.
I like Pizza Hut. It's great, but I actually couldn't tell you the difference between that and a handful of pepperoni just off the street.
Yeah, that's right. You can put pepperoni on a tortilla,
And I'd eat it.
Yeah.
And I'd go, "Is this Pizza Hut?" That's my favorite personal pan pizza. This is good. I haven't had this since I read that one book. So I read Lord of the Flies. I didn't get this back. All right. We'll take a break. When we come back, we have more to jump into here. How different pricing for the same ride request is throwing people off here. Consumer Reports has been investigating the Lyft, Uber, the chasms between some of the pricing. We'll talk about that and much more. Stay right here with us. It is KSL Brightside.
Good afternoon. It's 2:30 at KSL News Radio. I'm Jeff Kaplan. KSL's top local story this hour. There's once again talk of a gondola for the Cottonwood Canyons, this time because UDOT has bought 8 acres at the base of Little Cottonwood Canyon. They spent nearly $8 million. UDOT spokesperson John Gleason says the land will likely be used for a connection road from Wasatch Boulevard to a gondola base station, although the project's not funded yet.
We'll purchase those properties that become available if it's a property that we could use for a potential project.
A proposal to build a gondola in Big Cottonwood Canyon was evaluated over the last few years, but eventually ruled out. A small fire off California Avenue on the west side of Salt Lake City is already under control. Not long after it was first reported, it was burning in the grass behind Smith Power. The Salt Lake City Fire Department's investigating the cause. Our top national story, the Vice President's clarifying comments from President Trump about inflation. J.D. Vance appeared on The View today, defending the administration's handling of the economy after President Trump said last week he loved the inflation.
What he said is, I love the inflation because it's going to come down when the war is over. And now, again, we already see gas prices today, $4.06 a gallon, too high, but way down from where they were just a couple of weeks ago.
The consumer price index right now is at a high. Inflation is at 4.2% as of last month, compared with a year ago. Your money at this moment, confusing. The Dow is up 328 points. The NASDAQ down 307. Coming up, the KSL weather forecast and how hot it's going to be this week. Stay with us. KSL News Time, 2:32.
A reminder about the simplest way to get updated for your day.
Hit your KSL preset when you jump in the car, and we'll take care of the rest.
Hear key news updates and traffic reports.
Andy and Amanda from 5 to 9 in your car.
KSL News Radio at 102.7 FM.
One of the best things about Soda Diet and Nutrition, and that helped me the most to let go of 70 pounds in 5 months, was their dynamic diet with the nutritionist tailoring it to my lifestyle. We get up super early, Amanda.
Yeah.
We don't eat at normal times.
Right.
And they worked it out so that I was eating at the times that my family did and the times that I was awake, so that it was customized to me. I had a friend who's a type 1 diabetic, did soda.
Yeah.
They customized it to him. This is not a one-size-fits-all thing.
I mean, people have food sensitivities, right? They have weaknesses. They have habits. So it's not one size fits all. It's for you and your specific health needs. This nutritionist you're going to work with, she became like my friend because she really helped me get through. I lost 37 pounds in 3 months, and I've kept it off for almost 4 years.
You can see the results by going to sodadietandnutrition.com. Everybody that does this and that sticks to it has the results without pills, crazy exercises, or fad diets. Sodadietandnutrition.com. Because soda is, say it with me, Amanda, state of the art.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy. Pretty much hands off, they picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. Optima Tax Relief. Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
There's one choice for Congress in Utah's 3rd District, Celeste Malloy. Celeste Malloy has President Trump's complete and total endorsement. She fought alongside President Trump to secure the border, grow the economy, protect the Second Amendment, and deliver results for Utah families. Thanks to Trump-endorsed Celeste Malloy, Utah families are seeing massive tax savings, safer communities, and a country that's getting back on track. President Trump and Utah can count on Celeste Malloy to deliver solutions. She will never let you down. On June 23rd, vote for Celeste Malloy, the Trump-endorsed candidate. She has President Trump's
complete and total endorsement.
paid for by Winning for Women Action Fund and not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. www.wfwactionfund.com. Winning for Women Action Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Traffic and weather together brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. Here's Ricky Meese.
Crews are still working to clean up this crash in Tooele County. This is southbound SR 36 at Lake Point by Saddleback Boulevard. It's to the right. Valley Freeway traffic looking good. No accidents and no delays. The Good Feet store, personalized premium arch supports. Schedule a fitting at mygoodfeet.com. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
The KSL weather forecast, 93 expected this afternoon, then a slight dip on Thursday before we reach to 96 degrees on Friday. Right now we're at 88. I'm Jeff Kaplan from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. This is Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Do they not have enough of us recorded already? They could just do this in AI.
And Alex Curie.
We're not even real. This entire show is just a hologram.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. This is KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Curie. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. And
I want to say,
did we get? Oh my gosh, France scored on Senegal.
Yeah, France is up 1-0 on Senegal,
which they do not deserve.
No, I know the poor Senegalese have been right in front of the goal the entire time and just hitting off posts and just like, I mean, it's kind of similar to what happened with Spain. Only France actually scored this time around. France was like not even threatening. So speaking of World Cup. Ethan, do you have anything you want to say to the people of Brazil, or at least the Brazilian contingency, or the fans of La Selección?
I don't know why Brazil fans are calling the station right now.
Apparently got it. We didn't even give the phone number out, which is what I love.
I literally read a quote from their own player. I did.
I know you did imply like maybe it was because you weren't as good as Morocco. I mean, we didn't imply it. We said it. I said it too. I said, "Hey, maybe it's because they've made more."
We're sorry that Morocco forced a draw
in the most recent. The most recent World Cup semifinals was made by Morocco, not Brazil.
I don't know.
And
what
that
they could
fired people up.
say.
And all I was saying is that may or may not have been a shot from me, who is a fan of the Argentine national team. But I will say this, and they're big rivals, of course, down there in South America. But if you want to send your Ethan Millard. What's your deal? Text to 57500 and you want to stand up for the Brazilian national team? Go ahead and do it.
I didn't attack the Brazilian national team.
I know, but it was funny that people started calling it. I just want to keep.
Maybe they just wanted to talk about their favorite team. Maybe they thought we were.
I think that's what it was.
Probably.
I think that's what it was. And I even said too, unbeatable, probably the most iconic jersey of all of World Cup history for me. And that's hard to say.
All right.
But I'll say even the Argentine jersey for me, I don't really love it, even though, I spent a nice 2 years in Argentina, but I don't love that jersey.
So Consumer Reports
did
a study of Uber and Lyft. They wanted to see if the prices were consistent across the apps. And in other words, that when you log in to get a ride, are you getting a consistent price compared to someone else at the same time with potentially the same route? And in their published report, Consumer Reports includes this little disclaimer. Uber and Lyft deny that they engage in any fictitious pricing, attributing to our findings to real-time marketplace conditions. But Consumer Reports has a number of examples here, okay? Here it is. Camille opens her Uber app on a Wednesday evening and looks for an Uber X ride between two towns near Florida's Gulf Coast. The price is listed at $94.96.
That's a lot.
It has no promotion or discount. Chuck opens his Uber app at the same time and looks at the same Florida route as Camille. His undiscounted fare is $65.95. Same route, same day, same time, different prices. Camille's is $30 more than Chuck's. Same exact ride, requested at the exact same time. And they said this was not an isolated case. In New York City, a 30-minute, 8-mile Uber ride from Chinatown in Manhattan to Long Island City in Queens would have cost 3 customers less than $4. 7 other riders saw prices between $40 and $47. 17 riders got prices between $47.94 and $47.96. And 2 other customers saw prices of nearly $49 and almost $50. Same exact rides. So they basically had people try and book from the same place, same rides at the same time, and they got wildly
within the same
prices.
apps or within the
It's happened on both Uber and Lyft. They tested both.
So what they're saying is within the same company, not from company to company, because obviously you
within
check
the same company.
But I check, because I do the thing where I check both. Now, do you do the thing where you stand next to your wife and go, you check it? Have you done that?
No.
You haven't done that with, like, if you're out with somebody else, and I've had them be like, you book yours. What does yours say?
Let's do this right now.
Okay.
Where
are you going to go?
Uber?
Airport?
Yeah.
No, don't do
here to the
airport. Airport. So let's both. You want to do airport? Is that what you're saying? Okay. So from here to Salt Lake International Airport, you've got your phone out. I've got my phone out, and I want to know. By the way, like, isn't that the funny thing? Because that's the first thing that comes up anyway. Is always the airport.
Okay. What do you got for Uber X?
My phone is still trying to figure itself out here.
I got $21.94 on Uber X from here to Salt Lake International Airport. Are you having to log in?
No, but look at this. It's like thinking about it.
Oh.
Uber, come on, man. We just is it because we were both in the same room and they're
Probably.
like, we only
It's
have
like
enough.
It's like, gosh, two people in the same room.
I only have enough data for one person right now, dude.
Listen to this, though.
What was yours? How much was yours?
$21.94.
And Corey, what did you say your Lyft was? $22.90. I love how we're playing a pricing game, by the way, on the Price is Right. So let's go to the main terminal, to the thing. Mine is $23.98.
Oh, see why? That's $2 more. That's 10% more.
I'm not real happy about this. I mean,
why are they giving you a different price?
Mine was the higher one, right?
Okay, let's do this. All right.
Hey,
okay, so Salt
I
Lake
just got
International
freaking ripped off. Do I have fewer stars or something? Hold on.
Let's say
Park City,
Park City Mountain Resort.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Park City Mountain Resort.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so a lot farther. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I've got mine. Have you got yours?
What's your rating, by the way?
Oh, I don't know.
No, look at your account. Go
Pretty
to account.
good.
I'm actually mad about it. What's your rating?
I got this pulled up though.
Okay, what are you looking at?
$56.93.
To where?
To Park City Mountain Resort.
That's a long way, dude.
It is, but I just thought let's look at something further.
Okay, Park City. My rating, by the way, is a 4.97. That means somebody did not like their situation with me.
You talk too much. I've told you that before.
That's actually pretty darn true. Okay, to Park City Mountain Resort. What did you say yours was?
$56.93. What'd you get?
$56.95, even just 2 cents
Oh,
more.
so that worked out. Did you look at that one on Lyft?
It's
she's
Park
not
City
looking.
Mountain Resort.
Park
So
City
we're looking
Mountain
at we're trying to look at Lyft here. But I'm a 4.97. Where did my what could
So
people
how do you-
I
how do
don't
you
talk
look
at
at
all,
that?
by the way.
How do you look
go
at
back
it?
to your account. Go
So
back
go
to
to
account.
account?
Go to account. What's it say at the very top left?
4.97. That's eerie.
We were both probably in the same ride, and they were like, I was with Ethan and Alan from
I don't
KSL.
worry about it because here's the thing. You're gonna have if you don't,
$57.97. That's $1. That's $1.04 more than what you and I had.
all right, so that's not an amazing difference.
It just kind of goes around there, right?
But Consumer Reports, so so the biggest difference we saw was about 10%. So Consumer Reports, though, is reporting sometimes 50% or more in terms of price difference in this. So here's another example in Kansas City. For an 18-mile Lyft trip across Kansas City, they had 55 volunteers who tried to book these rides. Half the riders paid roughly $40. 7 of them paid less than $31. 6 others were up above $50, and one of them was $65. In that instance, the price was the highest fare was more than double the lowest fare, and these are people trying to book basically at the same time, which is really super suspicious.
Yeah, it doesn't seem that far off, but it also feels like this is something that just like the algorithm, the number does. You know what I mean? Like, or just what the app does, and it's like not nefarious. I mean, you can program anything into it, right? Where you just say, hey, just be around $1.50, either more or less for every person that's standing around there. I don't know.
So there is something that's out there that technologically is possible. And different companies have been accused of using this. And I'm not saying this is what's happening here with Uber. I'm just saying that we should all watch out for this. And that is pricing things with dynamic pricing And instead of offering you something, a fair price based on, conditions in the moment, they offer you a fare based on what they think you'll be willing to pay.
Interesting.
In other words, if they think you'll pay more based on what they know about you, and they can know a lot, right? They can know a lot about you.
See, now there's a good point.
They might try to charge you more money. And I'm not saying that's what they're doing here. I'm just saying this is something that's technologically possible. And at different times, who keeps being accused of this? Is airlines. Airlines keep being accused of this. And they all say, no, we don't do that. But they keep getting accused of it.
Here's what Katie says via text. It says, yeah, but what about the supply of drivers at that time? That does make a difference. Obviously, if you're requesting a ride and I'm requesting one, but sometimes you know how the app is. Sometimes they're just like, we want to get you under the umbrella of booking a ride, and then we'll figure out the driver thing. They're like, oh, you got a driver 2 minutes away. And then when it turns out it's actually 9 minutes away. That happens basically every time I get on the app.
Yeah.
When they say it's 2 or 4 minutes, 4 minutes away. And then you get on the thing and it goes, Craig is 11 minutes out. And then you're like, well, which one was it?
Yeah.
I like that they'll put on there, like, you'll get there at this time, and you're like, how can you guarantee that? There's no way you could guarantee that. It feels like you can't guarantee it.
I was waiting on a ride at the airport right here in Salt Lake.
Yeah.
And I think that the driver crashed. So
because did everything get changed around? I had a lady over here at the she couldn't figure out where KSL was, and she was over at the Radisson, and she goes, could you just walk over here?
For a 5-star rating,
and
I'll do
I did, and I did. I walked my butt over there. I was like, okay, because I'm gonna be like, what you gonna want to do? Go out here. You're gonna take a left. You're gonna go out to North Temple. You're gonna take a left there. And then you can go over to North Temple again. You're gonna take a left there. I didn't want to go through all that.
So it was. I was watching the driver, right, and he was like on 215 there near the airport.
Yeah.
Making his way around.
Yep.
And then he was on Redwood Road, and I thought, okay, or not North Temple, kind of Redwood Road. And then he just stopped. He was just there. It was like he was parked for a few minutes. And then all of a sudden he disappeared, and I was searching for a new ride. And I thought, geez.
Did he cancel it, though?
He must have. It just.
No, but I mean, like, they didn't say, hey, the driver's canceled it. Like, sometimes I'll get that message. The driver saw your 4.97 rating and decided you're not worth it.
You can't think about that, because you know how young people are these days. Here's my old man Millard moment, all right? This is the problem with Uber drivers, okay? Especially if they're older, it's not so bad. When they're young, right. Here's the problem. Is that if they're friendly and cheerful and you don't really talk a lot, then you run the risk of, oh, man, this guy was a jerk. If you do talk to them, then they're like, oh, this guy won't shut up. And you can't win. So that's why I don't like looking at my personal ratings.
I get in, and when they're in there and then the music is going pretty good, I think to myself, this person doesn't want to talk at all. At least they're telling me what the thing is. They're like, the music's on, and we're kind of it's EDM during the middle of the day. That means none of us are talking. I'm just gonna get I'm gonna do my 18-minute drive out to the airport, and I'm gonna be on my apps, and Emily, then I'll see you then. Thanks so much. Hey, have a great trip. Hey, be safe out there. See you later. Kisses to the wife.
Emily and I took an Uber from the house to the airport one morning. We were going on a little flight, and it was the worst driver I've ever driven with. Not just on Uber, but period. And I'm on my third teenager training to drive.
Right.
This person was
worse.
Insane. I was gripping this thing. She kept turning around and talking to us, like looking at us and talking to us, and couldn't stay in the lane. We finally get to the airport, kiss the ground when we get out of the car. Right. And I think to myself, I really should let Uber know that this driver is a risk, but I didn't. I chickened out. I gave her a 5-star review instead.
Because you're like, it's the same reason you give 20% on the tip, because you're just like, I'll just do it. I want them to like me. All right, I've got a funny story from when we get back. Please remind me of it. I also have our AI question of the day, getting you ready also for Jeff Kaplan's Afternoon News, so stay right here. It's KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
As we celebrate America 250, KSL presents Utah Cornerstones, honoring the businesses that built our past and continue to shape our future.
One of America's most attended theaters, Hale Center Theater, welcomes more than 600,000 patrons every year across 3 stages in Sandy, Utah. Revolving stage lifts, flying systems, and stunning projection technology bring every production to life. An experience that cannot be replicated on a screen. Now playing My Fair Lady and the Broadway musical Harmony. Coming soon, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Season ticket renewals are underway now. New season tickets available to the public August 1st. Visit hct.org. That's hct.org. Or call 801-984-9000. 801-984-9000. Give the gift of theater.
Utah Cornerstones on KSL News Radio.
This week's movie show brought to you by Sound Sleep. Get a free sleep screening and a free sleep consultation by tuning in on Friday morning. Sound Sleep with 6 locations in Utah.
Looking for your next great adventure? Visit KSL.com/win and enter this week's KSL News Radio contest. You could win a dream vacation to Hawaii, courtesy of Grandpa's Dental, a 2-night getaway to Bryce Canyon with a stay at Ruby's Inn, sponsored by America First Credit Union, or tickets to see Matilda the Musical at the Sarah Shell Theater. Don't miss your chance to win. Visit KSL.com/win today and get entered. That's KSL.com/win.
Drivers who switch to Progressive could save hundreds just by bundling home and auto insurance, because you can't go wrong saving money. Unless you spend it on a guitar and never learn to play it, but lie and say that you did. Then someone hands you a guitar at a party and asks you to play, so you decide to improvise this.
Well, don't you know that but that's not it. Dreams are fun and also good.
Yep, you can't go wrong bundling and saving money with Progressive. Well, it depends on how you spend it. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And right now, new mattresses start at $1,500 during our 4th of July sale. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good life sleep.
Any Hour Services can make sure your AC keeps you cool this summer. Whether you need a tune-up, repair, or just a second opinion about replacing it, call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex, the show you didn't know you needed and still don't on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. Final segment here. I'm Ethan Millett here with Alex Skiri. We got a text. I'm with Alex Skiri. That's how they spelled it, too.
I know,
Alex
because
Skiri.
they know. We had a boss back in the day, 20 years ago. She thought that my name was Alec, and that my last name was Skiri.
Oh, I remember now.
And so this became a bit because
I remember
she's
now.
like, I really love listening to Ethan and Alec. And I was always like, you're almost there. It's an X. I love listening to Ethan and Alec. And then she's like, yeah, Alec, right? I looked your name up. Or she's like, why is my email getting bounced back? I have a Skiri in the. She thought my last name was Skiri, so Alec Skiri was my last name. So
it's somehow better.
I don't know.
Somehow better.
Like the alt version of me. Oh, you're talking about Alec
Skiri,
right?
But this person said, "I'm with Alex Skiri.
Yeah.
Don't need to talk to my Uberman or Lyftman. Just get me there."
Uberman or Lyftman. Don't try to paint me out for some Listen, no, okay? I will have it. I drove for Uber for a couple weeks. I told you this. And the surge pricing was the craziest thing to me as a driver because you're like, yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
And I would only do trips to the airport because I lived here in Salt Lake City.
Right.
I would only do 2 trips to and from the airport. And it was always when my wife would already be in bed and she was there with 2 little ones at home. And if they woke up, then, and I would go out and I'd do 2 or 3 trips. And by the end of it, my thought of humanity was pretty low.
Did anyone ever vomit in your car?
No.
Because that's what I would be most afraid of.
No, because there were a lot of airport trips, and it was all people who. But I didn't like the whole.
You're right.
I didn't like
no
the
one
whole
ever
setup.
drinks at the airport.
I will tell you that I did not like. No, it was all. Yeah, you're right. No, people would, but they were never. They're trying to get home.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah.
I will tell you the funniest Uber story I had driving back from the airport. My wife and I. We were coming back. We had a nightmare travel day. It was an international travel day.
Okay.
So it was a bad, long day. And it was one of those where you're anxious to get home because the person watching your kids is like, I'm about 2 seconds away from just being done. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were like, we promise, we're still going on our way. We're still there. We get in this Uber. And yeah, it was going to be $30, but this is when we lived in Salt Lake. And so it was only going to be 10 minutes away. We get in and the guy is blasting Michael Jackson. And I thought, I don't hate this. You know what I mean? Just get me home. He went as slow as you could go. We're on I-80 going 51 miles an hour.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm not kidding. 51 miles an hour. In his car is a whole setup of a monitor, okay? Because we're blasting Michael Jackson, but it's not blasting Michael Jackson out of the stereo. He's streaming a YouTube concert of an old concert of Michael Jackson's on a TV
on like
screen,
an iPad?
On a TV. No, it was like an old school monitor that had like S-video cables
Oh,
going to it.
geez.
Yeah. Out of like the dash. Not to the back. It is mounted on his dash.
Oh,
and he
my
is
goodness.
actively watching this Michael Jackson concert, and he's like going along with it. And it's like a 1991. It was like a 1991 Michael Jackson concert, and he is streaming it on our way, and he is not talking with us at all. He's jamming out to this freaking Michael Jackson concert, and my wife and I are in the back, dying of laughter, but also probably almost dying.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's why he was going 51 miles an hour. He's like, I'm going to enjoy this, man.
That's amazing.
We went, and he's watching it on the screen, full screen. It's like in full screen mode, Michael Jackson streaming in the 1991 quality YouTube video that you're not used to seeing all the time.
So I want to know. I'm going to say something here. I want to see if there's a texter that's willing to confirm this. Has anyone ever been in an Uber here in Salt Lake with someone who claims to be the old bass player for, I think, Cinderella? You know the band?
No. I know the band. No, I know the band. I haven't been on the trip.
Because we were in another Uber ride to the airport, and Emily and I, and it was with this guy, really super friendly guy, starts telling us all about his career in rock and roll.
And used to be the bass player for Cinderella?
And he says he still plays, does gigs and things like that with different artists. And I'm curious to know. I never knew whether to believe him or not. Because, weird things happen, right?
Yeah.
I do Uber
Why
to
would you question
get me out of the house.
Why would you question it? Because if multiple people said that?
I question it because I question it.
Okay.
I mean, that's just me, right?
Sure. I love how you're trying to...
Has anyone else ridden Uber with this guy?
Let this guy have it. Will you just let him have this? Corey, by the way, it's that time of the day for us to get to our AI question of the day. Let's do it.
When Google just isn't enough and thinking for yourself is just too hard, here's your AI question of the day.
So Ethan posted earlier, and we've actually got a full show of kind of some commentary on this. So I think it's really good to be able to do it. So we asked earlier in the program, stuff that AI will never be able to do to the human level.
As humans.
Yeah, and look, I appreciate all of the nods to the human intimacy part. I'm not going to read all those, but just suffice to say, human contact is important. Physical human contact is important.
Yeah.
Now, I will say a lot of people are like, hugs, man. AI can't deliver the hug. And
someday, though.
Yeah, Ethan's like, they'll actually I bet AI will be really good at it.
You know what they're going to do? They're going to be better huggers. People are going to be like, I could use a real AI hug.
Well, people are like, they can't hug like the humans. And I'm like, yeah, but we're talking about this in the context of like the working situation. You don't want a hug from your boss anyway. You're not going to. Please. In fact, I don't want. Nobody wants that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
So don't try to deliver don't try to deliver the human touch element part of it when you're talking about it from a working standpoint. Now, I will say there was like the physical therapy thing. There was the, even like therapy. But here's the thing is like I know people who do therapy like online, and I think that they actually would do just fine.
I bet
to
they
have
would.
But now there are people who like to sit down with an actual human being and feel that human contact in that sense, and I'm okay with that.
This person says humans make better lifeguards.
That might be the case.
My feeling for it is there are things that humans do better now than AI. Sure. Over time, though, there's not going to be anything.
Ethan has a bleak view.
We will have to just be good to each other because we're human beings. There's going to have to be a level of solidarity that extends beyond what we can do better than AI, because there will not be anything we can do better than AI.
We'll be back again tomorrow on another edition of KSL Brightside. Thanks for joining us on the program. You can stream this show live anywhere you have YouTube. Jeff Kaplan's Afternoon News coming up right now.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
Good afternoon, 3 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Jeff Kaplan. Here we are at 90 degrees in Salt Lake City, KSL's top story. The fight over the proposed Stratos data center heads to Davis County tonight. Candidates running in next week's primary election are going to hold a town hall about the data center in Sunset. KSL News Radio's Eric Cabrera joins us live with details. Eric?
Jeff, organizers say tonight's forum is designed to give voters a chance to hear both the science and the politics behind one of Utah's most debated development projects. The event will feature a panel of environmental, policy, and referendum leaders before turning the microphone over to Senate District 7 candidates.
I've been really impressed with Utahns from all different walks of life, more rural and more urban, and just various political stances coming together and working on this issue together.
Grow the Flow Communications Director Sam Hawkins says Senate President Stuart Adams is expected to attend and take questions alongside other candidates as residents continue pressing for answers about water, growth, and the future of the Great Salt Lake. The event starts at 6 tonight at Sunset Junior High. Live, Eric Cabrera, KSL News Radio.
Meantime, Republican candidates for Utah's 2nd Congressional District addressed the data center project, which falls in that district. New interviews were held today on Inside Sources here on KSL. Congressman Blake Moore and State Representative Carrie Ann Lisenby say they both think the process was flawed and needs reform.
You can't just bypass input from the people that it's going to directly affect.
I was the first Republican elected official in Utah to raise concerns about the Box Elder data center.
But they both accused each other of supporting the project in some way. Primary day is a week away. A new kind of power is coming to Salt Lake County, power that'll be used to support future space missions. KSL News Radio's Brianna Willis with the story.
Lunar Resources says they're creating power used for operations in space and on the moon. Helix One factories create strong, high-intensity bursts of power. Usually power is sent out in one continuous stream. The company says high-power bursts are better for defense, power transmission, and industrial power systems, since the amount of juice can be customized for each use.
The factory is planned to bring 420 jobs to Utah. It'll invest nearly $85 million here over the next 10 years. KSL News Time 3:03. Our top national story, Democrats are demanding the president reveal details about the ceasefire deal with Iran. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer pressing the president.
Americans need to know how and when this war will truly end. They need to know what's the deal on the Strait of Hormuz, which has caused gas prices to go through the roof.
President Trump says it is a fair deal, but both sides are spinning different versions of the document, which is yet to be publicly revealed. This ceasefire deal is actually a memorandum of understanding. A former head of the Army's Missile Defense Command says a memorandum might not be enforceable.
It's really not binding. A memorandum of understanding in any other kind of forum that you might be in is just kind of an opportunity for people to maybe get together and discuss what their issues are and say, okay, here's where we want to go forward from our position. But again, nothing really binding to it.
That's retired Lieutenant General Daniel Karbler. President Trump says the Strait of Hormuz is already being reopened, but the Iranians say they'll be charging ships a service fee, which they say is somehow different than a toll. Oil prices have officially hit their lowest level since the start of the war. Gas prices are coming down, but ABC's Elizabeth Schulze points out fuel prices in general still have a long, long way to go.
Airlines have said that fares won't drop this summer. Demand for travel has stayed strong, even with those higher ticket prices. And other businesses that we've been talking to, from grocers to farmers, do tell us that they are still paying those fuel surcharges. As we've seen with overall inflation, prices can go up very quickly, and then it can take time for them to come back down.
Rockets and feathers. Prices go up like a rocket, and you know the rest. Vice President J.D. Vance went on The View this morning to defend the way the White House is handling inflation.
Right now it's at 3.5%. By the way, too high. We're doing everything that we can to bring it back down to 2.5%, which is where most people would like to see it. But we inherited an affordability problem. We're doing a lot to make it better. It's going to take a little bit of time. There's a lot more work to do. But the president knows that a lot of Americans are struggling. In fact, he ran on that.
The vice president misspoke. The current inflation rate is not 3.5. It is 4.2%, government figures. A new survey finds that whether you trust elected officials depends largely on where you live and whether your party is in power. The story from KSL News Radio's Heather Peterson.
The survey from Sutherland Institute and Y2 Analytics shows that the majority of Democrats trust local officials to run elections more than they trust the federal government. And conversely, Republicans trust the federal government more. But during a panel discussion today, election experts pointed out that these statistics are opposite what they were before the 2024 election. Utah breaks the mold, though, with all parties having more faith in local election officials, saying there's more of an ability to hold a local official accountable.
Panelists said people who are part of the elections process often trust it more, so becoming a poll worker or observing the process may give you more faith in election security. KSL News Time 3:06. Here we go, rush hours on First Look Traffic, and here's Ricky Meese.